everyone, this is ChakaWhat here, and today I'm going to be presenting to you my top 10 Imperials of the Elder Scrolls. This list was suggested to me by Enderdreth, so thanks for watching my videos, dude. Thrifty, bureaucratic, and strong, their eyes often shine with the glint of gold coins, but they are also able in the ways of combat and magic, though tend to remain a neutral force in Tamriel. Those in this list are unique enough to stand out in the mobs of the busy streets or blend in if they so choose. Up at number 10, I have chosen Becks. Headstrong and arrogant, she has earned the affections of both Delvin Mallory and Brynjolf as a valued member of the Riften Thieves Guild. She is a master of security, using her skills to achieve sweeps, shills, burglaries, and heists. Though standoffish, she is utterly loyal to the guild and willing to draw blood in its defense. She values loyalty, skill, and gold above everything and anything else. 9. General Tullius. He is the Imperial Legion's commander sent to Skyrim to eradicate the Stormcloak Rebellion. Though a bit single-minded and abrasive to Nordic culture, he obviously cares about the safety of the citizens of the Empire. Intelligent enough to employ the Nord, Legate Reich, as his second-in-command, he is a masterful strategist with a diplomatic personality. Though they are close workers, he holds Elenwyn in a general sense of disdain, hoping to get rid of the threat of the Aldmeri Dominion on the Empire. 8. Craftiest Curio. He was a noble and counselor of House Hlalu in Morrowind. Friendly and very active, if you know what I mean, he was the author of The Lusty Argonian Maid and an unpublished book known as The Three-Legged Guar. Despite his sexual tendencies, he was actually quite a caring person and assisted the Nerevarine in gaining power within House Hlalu, as well as acting against corruption within his house and Vivec City. 7. Corvis Umbranox. Known to the Guards to be boisterous and willing to partake in illegal activity, his disappearance wasn't a surprise, but still a heartbreaking experience for his wife, the Countess of Anvil. He had inherited the Grey Cowl of Nocturnal from the Grand Master of the Cyrodiil Thieves Guild, inheriting its curse as well of having his name stricken from history, and without the cowl donned he would be a stranger to everyone. He waited, thieving for many years. He worked as a champion of the beggars and the citizens of the Imperial City's waterfront, toying with the Legion captain Hieronymus Lex. However, when the hero of ChakaWhat joined the guild, the winds of change began to turn, and he was able to work to obtain the Elder Scroll to reveal himself to his wife once again, passing on the Great Cowl to the hero, leaving the life of crime behind him forever. 6. Uriel Septim. Also known as the Wolf Queen, she was the daughter of Pelagius Septim II. While growing up in the Imperial City, she was often ignored by distant parents and disrespected by her womanizing brother, making her very cold. At the age of 14, she was known to be a great beauty, and many begged for her hand. Her father married her off to King Mentiarco of Solitude to smooth over relations, and despite the nature of their marriage, the king did love Fatima and allowed her access to unlimited power. After many miscarriages, she gave birth to a son, whom she named Uriel after her grandfather. She convinced Mentiarco to name Uriel his heir after convincing him that his son from a previous marriage was, in fact, not his son at all and the result of an affair. 2 years later, her father died. Then, King Mentiarco died the spring of the same year, allowing Uriel to claim the throne and rule jointly with his mother. Fatima's brother, Antiochus, became the emperor of Tamriel, and after he died, she traveled to the Imperial City to plead to the council for Uriel to become the new emperor, but she was ignored, and Kintra II claimed the throne. Fatima returned to Solitude to assemble troops for war, and even delved into necromancy to help win the war. However, it was during the War of the Red Diamond where she was put to sleep, only to be awakened during the Fourth Era by necromancers and battled with the Dragonborn. 5. Atropus Mede. He was the gallant son of Titus Mede I, who was bested and captured by his protector. He was taken to elsewhere where he would be sold into slavery, but was rescued by the Dunmer sorcerer, Sul, who saw him in a vision granted by the Daedric prince Asura. With the bird Ku in his possession, the young prince kept in touch with Enaig Hoinart aboard Umbriel, so that he could learn more about the city's weaknesses. With Sul, he traveled through the plains of Oblivion and across Solstheim. He sat at the table in Clavicus Vile's realm to seal a deal with the Daedric prince to get to Umbriel. Once there, he set off with the help of Mirglim and Sol to destroy the city before it destroyed Tamriel. 4. Uriel Septim. She was once the apprentice of battle mage Jagar Tharn. However, in the early Third Era, when he had taken control of the Empire and banished Uriel VII to oblivion, she was forced to turn on her master and fled to warn the Elder Council. She was captured and killed by the Staff of Chaos. Using her powers as a sorceress, she was able to fight going to the afterlife, and instead appeared to the Eternal Champion in their dreams within the Imperial prison. She worked as a puppet master in a sense, contacting the champion when darkness fell and guiding them across Tamriel to gather pieces of the Staff of Chaos, defeat Jagar Tharn, and free the Emperor from his interdimensional prison. 3. Luciana Chums. He was a speaker for the Black Hand during the Oblivion Crisis and probably one of the most accomplished and loyal assassins the Dark Brotherhood has ever seen. In his youth, he traveled to Riften in Skyrim and came into possession of the Blade of Woe. After rising the ranks of the Brotherhood, he assumed the position of speaker after the previous one died. He recruited the hero of ChakaWhat into the Brotherhood and sent them to kill an old man named Rufio, until introducing them to the Shadenhall sanctuary that he resided over with the help of an Argonian he had trained named Ochiva. After the hero climbed the ranks of the Brotherhood, he invited his protege to his home, Fort Farragut, outside of Shadenhall. He promoted them to be his silencer, but soon found that they were not killing any of his contracts. The Black Hand suspected him of treachery, and he died at the hands of his brothers and sisters, angering the Night Mother and Sithis. However, because of his loyalty, he was allowed to walk Tamriel again at the will of the Dragonborn after they assassinated Vittoria Vici. 2. Martin Septim. He was the illegitimate son of Uriel Septim VII, and because Uriel could not raise the child, he entrusted his son to retired blade master Joffrey. In his younger years, he discovered Daedric magic and joined a cult for Sanguine, briefly possessing Sanguine's rose. However, after a disastrous accident with his friends in the cult, he was left feeling betrayed and turned instead to worshipping the Nine Divines, becoming a priest of Akatosh in ChakaWhat. During the Daedric siege of ChakaWhat, he was rescued by the hero, who then brought them back to Wayne Priory to meet Joffrey and claim the Amulet of Kings. However, the priory had already been overrun by members of the Mythic Dawn, so they fled to Cloud Ruler Temple. Together, Martin and the hero worked to fight off the Daedric forces and defeat Mangar Cameron in Paradise. Finally, when Mehrunes Dagon himself led the siege on the Imperial city, Martin changed his form to that of Akatosh as the Dragon God, and he was able to defeat the Daedra. When Mehrunes Dagon had finally been defeated, his avatar then turned to stone, and the young emperor died a hero. And for number 1, I have chosen Uriel Septim VII. He was the 21st ruler of Tamriel, and was known to be kind-hearted. In the words of Boris, he saw more than lesser men. The early years of his rule were marked with aggressive expansion into the provinces of Morrowind and Blackmarsh, and he relied heavily on the assistance of his battle mage, Jagar Tharn. However, in the early Third Era, he was betrayed by Tharn and banished to Oblivion, where he would remain a prisoner for 10 years until being rescued by the Eternal Champion and Uriel Septim. His time in Oblivion greatly changed him from the energetic young man he once was to a grieving and cautious ruler. To smooth over relations with Daggerfall, he sent his close friend, the Agent, to assist Luciana Magnesson in bringing peace to the province of High Rock. And he also sent a prisoner to Morrowind to join the Blades under the suspicion that they may be the Nerevarine, a fact of which he was proven to be correct. In the Third Era, a year 433, all his sons were killed by assassins for the Mythic Dawn, and he was escorted through the Imperial prison by Blades, until finally meeting a prisoner in a cell that held the escape exit. He recognized the prisoner as a hero he had seen in his dreams, and immediately trusted them. However, calm as he was, it was in that prison that Uriel was killed by the Mythic Dawn assassin, entrusting the prisoner with the Amulet of Kings to be given to his last remaining septim, Martin. I hope you enjoyed my list and found it helpful, and remember to like and subscribe. Bye!